everybody. I love that intro tune. That is so cool. It's peppy, gets you going. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where, when you're listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin. Coffee with Kevin. See right down there. No, right. Woo! I got to learn where to put my finger. Coffee with Kevin. It says it right down there. And I'm Kevin Martin, a mindset coach with CNLP, Center for Next Level Performance and Positive Effects. And this, of course, is my coffee. Now, you can't see it. It's only got it on one side. But I'm grateful for many things, including having a wonderful cup of coffee this morning. I'm hoping that you're all with me this morning, or whether it's live or not, because today is a cool day. Today is a cool day. I've got an interesting background there. I sometimes have the picture of my porch in the back, and I am in Florida. And by the way, just an update from Florida, we've started to feel fall. Finally, on the past couple of days, or today especially, the humidity's gone. And the temperatures, I was out on my porch this morning and it was 65 degrees. It feels like, like I'm back up north. And it's going to be in the 80s today, the lower 80s in a couple of days. Maybe tomorrow or the day after, the humidity starts to get, and they use the word oppressive. So the humidity starts to go down. I am in Florida. I have to understand. I have to realize that. But it's really interesting to feel what we're going to feel starting in just a few weeks. It's going to be this kind of weather again. And now, I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for being down here. I'm grateful for what happens and everything else. And and I give you an update on what else is happening, because it has to do a little bit, with being able to manage your life, being able to manage your feelings, being able to really, cope. Right. So I've been looking around for a new car. I wanted to get rid of mine. And mine started as if it knew I was going to trade it in. I knew I was going to get rid of it. It started to have these really, really loud noises. And for a while, it has these little crunking noises in it. I wasn't too worried about it. And I had these loud noises on turning, I'd actually, if, when I turn the wheels, you'd hear this little scraping at first, like I'm turning it on plastic. And then when you turn left, it was like really, really loud and annoying. And people were staring at me, not that they don't already. And, and so, it started being very good. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Brand. And I said, okay, it sounds really unsafe. I went and got it changed, and I went and got it addressed, not changed. I was told, okay, I needed all these things in the front end, the ball joints and everything else. And then the front brakes as well. And it's like, ooh, this is a big cost for, I'm trying to get rid of this car. A significant cost, really significant. And I got it done, and the car's riding like it's new again. The car's riding very, very nice, very solid. And so maybe my car was telling me, I had to put an investment in. I had to put money down. I wasn't planning on, it wasn't in the budget, but I did it. I feel good about it. Yeah, your plans change on you, and you don't have control over them sometimes. I had this vision. Of having this new car, and I'm gonna put a little stop to that, or a little pause on it. But I'm very happy where I am now. A lot of the reasons I wanted to get rid of the car was all the noises it was making and stuff like that. And because I love my car. It's a bit old, but I love it. It's got everything I want in a car. The interior is in great condition, all leather, all functions and everything in there. So sometimes what you're going for, you don't get. But you work on it. You go for it. Now, sometimes you got to change directions. You got to pivot. That's our new word of the past 5 years, maybe 10 years, that's become very popular in business, has become very popular. They don't say you got to change direction. They say you got to pivot. Pivot to me is I keep my feet in this, my heels at least, in the same direction, and I move. I change my directions, but my feet are staying the same. Anyway, to me, that's pivot. So yeah, I had to pivot. Sometimes we have to pivot in life. We have to pivot on our goals, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that we're a failure. It doesn't mean that these goals aren't something that we really wanted or something that we're really going to want. Now I think it's going to be even better. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to stand to this side here, and I'll show you what I have back here. This is a posting that I posted, and it's a theme for today. It says, tragedy in life is not that it ends too soon. Because, just a bleep in time here, even if you're living to 80s and 90s and over 100, it's still just a bleep in time. It ends too soon. But we wait. The tragedy is that we wait so long to begin it. And isn't that right? Isn't that right? And when I say begin it, you say, oh, Kevin, come on. I've been living since I was born. Actually, we've been living since before that, by the way. But no, when we're talking about living, we're talking about living the life we want, living the kind of life we want, right? And that comes, and it's my opinion, that comes when you start to exercise your brain, when you start to grow, personally grow inside. And that's learning the things you want to learn, right? We went through that learning phase for the first 12 years, at least, that most of us had to absolutely do those first 12 years. And then a lot of us went through the learning phase post high school. And some of us stayed in college for many, many years. Depends on what degree you wanted, right? And that's the learning stage, the formal learning stage. Then there's the learning stage of what do I want to learn for that's going to help me and do what I want to do. Basically learning that of something of your passion, or learning things about yourself, about your mind, about your body, about everything. All that learning, that's personal growth. And experiencing and really experiencing that kind of experience for personal growth can happen every day. And it doesn't matter where you are. You don't have to go around the world. You don't have to search around the world to find that kind of experience for personal growth. All you have to do is wake up, look around, and realize how good it is for you. And find that gratitude. Walk outside and look at the miracle of nature and find that gratitude. Find the gratitude. That's personal growth too. And the problem is we say tomorrow I'm going to start that. Tomorrow I'm going to start that. Tomorrow I'm going to start to be change. I'm going to wait until the New Year's. We got a couple months to the New Year's. I'm going to wait until the New Year's, and then I'm really going to start to begin living my life, because I'm going to make those changes of those behaviors of those things I want to get rid of. Tomorrow is always going to be there. Tomorrow is always, always going to be there. Start today. Start by changing. Change starts with action. Change starts with action. If you know anything about goal settings can be done many different ways. There's a lot of ways that are really good to do, but your goals have to start with action after you've set them. Okay? Just having your goals isn't good enough. What's the first step? Every single goal that you put down, what's my first step? What's the first thing I'm going to do? What's the very first thing I'm going to do? And that starts the process. There's that saying, that axiom that says, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. With one step. It's that one step you start. And then one step, we'll put one foot in front of the other. You've heard that too. And then before you know it, you're on your journey and you're experiencing. And a lot of people say, and I believe this is true, it's not the goal. It's not the final place. It's the journey that's enjoyable. It's the journey that's our life. When we actually know we're on the journey, when we're actually the ones who are mapping out the journey, life becomes so much more enjoyable, as opposed to letting life and letting the externals map that out for us. Right? My story at the beginning was, okay, I didn't have any control over where I was going or the control of the car, and I had to get the car fixed. Boy, am I getting an accent or what? And I had to, car is what I should be saying, but it's car. All right. And so I had to get the car fixed, and I had no control over that. However, I had control over my decisions. And then once it was fixed, I had control over my decisions. And I decided what I wanted to do. And I started mapping out from there. I pivoted, as I said, and I started mapping out from there. I could have screamed and cried and say, geez, I don't have money. I can't do this. What am I going to do? I don't have the car. I found a way. Right. And then I accepted what I was going to do. I could have just trashed the car altogether and went forward with my new car. I had to make that decision. And I did. And so it's part of the journey. It's part of life. But you should be in control of which direction your journey is going. Now, granted, and I've said it many times, and I say to all my clients, you're not in full control. And things are going to happen. Obstacles are going to be there. Now, the thing with obstacles in your life is you can decide to go around them, under them, over them, or through them, or sit there and wait for the obstacle to go away. That last one is the one you don't want to do. That last one is the one, it should be the very last choice if you can't do anything else. But there are so many resources. So many resources in here to be able to get around, over, under, or through those obstacles in your life. And all I'm saying is use those resources. All I'm saying is start to think about that path and move. Begin your life now. Begin your new life now. I've always said it's great to find an excuse to start anew or to start something new. Make this the excuse for you to start something new. If you want to know more about this, reach out to me on Facebook. Oh, by the way, today is the first day. We are live on Twitter as well. So we're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube. Whoa, that's cool. And we're also going to do a show on Instagram as well. But we're not live on Instagram. It's going to be a little separate. All right. Until next week, this has been fun bringing up all this information for you. I'm glad Brenda was able to join on Facebook. And those of you on the other channels, if you're posting things, I have to get to them afterwards. I am not able to see any messages from the other channels per se, but I'll be checking them. Take care all, and I wish you a great day, fantastic day, and a fantastic week. But I know that wish of mine doesn't have to be, because I know you can make it that way yourself. You have the choice. Make it a great day. Make it a fantastic day. Make it a fantastic week. Until next week, take care all. Bye.